Hi, my name is Dustin Van Tate Testa, and I am applying for the programming nomination. I also have experience in electronics and chemistry. If you want to read something, you'll have to pause. First, I'll be showing some short C++ programs. First one is a pinion program. This is the source. It just converts the numbered pinion to standard form, which looks like that. So I put in numbered pinion, so it puts it in the regular. Decimal fraction converter is a source. Don't have it running. Unit of data converter. Tokepono ruins converter or translator. This is a Java program I made for CodeQuest 2015. This is another one I did for CodeQuest. This is a automated searching program made in VBScript. Triangle area calculator made in VBScript, and this is a timer made in C++. This is a semi-prime factoring program, also in C++. Here's the source. I do not have the most updated source on this one currently available, but it's up there. Here's a reverse Polish notation calculator I made, so just add the numbers together and it answers it. And then this is the source. This is the largest C++ program I've made, over 1,100 lines. It's because it has to translate the entire language of Tokepono into Japanese characters. So you see, it turns it into somewhat readable Tokepono, and I can translate back, and it gets it correct. And here's the source. And this is only one of the files. And the window is resizable as well. It's made with the Qt framework, or Qt framework as it's called. This is my website. I made this in HTML and PHP entirely, as well as some other styling and such. Here's the source. This is the source. Yeah, and then I have a colleges page. And it detects your location and picks a college based off your location. Chat room. This is where everyone can post things on my chat room, and I can respond to them. And it turns green whenever it's good. And this is source. This is the source. Operating system page. This is where I talk about Linux and such, other operating systems that I'm interested in, and you could pick an operating system. And pick one, suggest another. You can pick up to 4, and I could submit it. And then finally, the biggest page that I've done this is the source. This is the source for the operating systems page. And the biggest page I've done is designed for mobile. Entirely, all this is JavaScript for the highlighting. And it turns blue if it's acceptable, and then it turns green if it's good. And it actually checks, see if it's a real URL. Yes. Checks that, yes. And then if it's all good, then you can create an account. And here's the source. And this is all typed by hand. So before I figured out about the time limit on this, I made a few videos, and they're a little bit longer than they need to be. So I'm just gonna have this one playing in the background, and you can look at it if you want. That's how I edit my website. And this one is my lab area, in my house, my attic. These are some pictures I have. These are all my logic microcontrollers and logic boards and stuff. That's Debian Wheezy. That's my phone, or one of my phones, which I installed an extra battery on to get better battery life. I installed Debian, GNU Linux on my one of my cell phones. This is Tokipona Runic translator program, data units converter program. This is a VBScript Windows application, which is somewhat malicious. This is another picture of the battery on my phone. CAD. Oh, and that's a POV ray for rendering. More CAD. That's, yeah, more CAD, and more CAD. This is a chemical etching solution I made for PCBs for electronics. This is a math calculator I made really fast for homework. This is i3 on Arch Linux that I installed. This is a gravestone I made, or gravestone for teachers, which is more like a plaque of honor. This is my computer. I just share Wi-Fi connection over Ethernet, and I had to make a program for that. This is the LabVIEW code part of the LabVIEW code I had to write by myself last year. This is me at school. This is another picture of my Linux on my phone. More chemicals, storage, electrical parts. This is gold that I scrapped from recycled RAM. And this is back to the start.